We continue to follow developing news tonight out of West Texas following a deadly mass shooting in Odessa last night. Officials are still working to find out a motive at this hour. What we know so far, police say 7 people have been killed, that death toll rising. Following initial reports last night that there were just 5, at least 22 other people have also been injured, and police say they have identified the gunman as 36-year-old Seth Aaron Ader. Western Mass News reporter Sabrina Riley joins us in the studio with more on how local officials are reacting. Sabrina.
James, this was an all too familiar scene in West Texas. Tonight, we spoke with the Springfield Diocese, who say despite how these mass shootings keep happening, good will overcome.
Whenever we hear of a horrible shooting like we did yesterday in Odessa and Midland, Texas, we abhor the affront to human dignity, the loss of life.
Authorities in Texas say just minutes before the shooting, the suspect, a man in his 30s, was pulled over by police. He took off while firing his gun out the window. One of those shot was a friend of Mike Barrett's.
Dropped to my knees and put my head on the floor, and I started praying like you wouldn't believe, saying, you know, this can't happen to him. He saved my life. I trade my life any day for his.
Bishop Mitchell Rosansky tells Western Mass News it's hard to understand why a shooting like this can happen.
The people who were shot and killed and were injured did not even know the shooter did not even know them. So it's just a senseless act.
The suspected gunman then ditched his car and stole a postal truck, continuing to shoot. The bishop says even with so much hate, kindness in the world will prevail.
As people of faith, we really believe that despite all the evil that we see in the world, that good does overcome the hate and the evil.
The suspect eventually drove into a movie theater parking lot where police officers exchanged gunfire. That suspect was shot and killed by police. The bishop says in times like these, it is important for people to come together.
We have to stand as a people for the safety of others, and we have to put our faith out in the public square to really come together to show that the situations that allow this to happen have to be eliminated. People of faith must speak up against these actions and must show that we believe we can be better as human beings and we can remedy these awful situations that arise.
Among the 22 injured were 3 police officers and a 17-month-old little girl. Investigators say they believe the suspect acted alone. In studio, Sabrina Riley, Western Mass News.